Welcome everybody to the 24 hours of live streams. And I am just getting started here. Hold on one second. Let me get to some comments over here really fast. Got a quick story to tell at the beginning while we're waiting for a few to kind of sneak in here today. So I completely dropped the ball. If I would not have logged in and saw Gene when I was playing on my phone, if I would not have saw Gene going live tonight, it never dawned on me because I was set up for next weekend. I had it all set. I just hadn't posted it yet. So I was ready to go next weekend, and I would have totally missed my spot. I would have been a complete and total bum. I got to get a few things situated here. Let's see. That's not mine. I would have been a complete and total bum, and it would have been a complete and total disaster. But if Gene's notification hadn't went off, I would have been kind of messed up, everybody. So there's several things that we're going to knock out in here tonight. We're going to talk about a little bit about community. We're going to talk about all the great people that come together for this different event. I know that it's going to bring in different audiences to all the different channels, so we all get a chance to see people that we may not have seen in a hot minute, or that don't normally make it to this side of, to my side of the community. Some people are elsewhere and don't ever really get to come in here. Sometimes we're on a little bit late, which we got 10 o'clock tonight. So it's pretty good with that as well. I got one more thing to get caught up on here so I can get evened up. I was watching Nancy's, and it really hit me. Is that, we have a lot of people coming in and out of here, and Nancy's ended up somewhere right around 70 likes for the stream today. So, if we can up that number a little bit in here, I'm going to throw in an Amazon gift card at the end of the night. If we get 75, it'll be 20. If we get all the way up to 100 likes, it'll be a $25 gift card. So everybody smash the like. Make sure that you go through the agenda for the rest of this week and for the rest of the night, and find out all the other channels that are going to be running live streams tonight, and make sure you go over there and show support so that everybody gets a little bit of notoriety. I want to thank Paul from American Woodland Relics for giving me an invite in tonight. However, like I said, I almost botched it up completely. And I see a lot of great names in here today, and an hour just doesn't seem like that long of a time. But there's a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while. So all of you that are in here haven't been in here for a minute, I thank you guys for coming back. We're having so much fun on this channel. I basically abandoned the whole YouTube algorithm thing, and I've just basically decided to do what I want. And doing what I want gives me a lot of happiness. I want to first shout out Gene from We Dig It. Did a great job earlier tonight. And they are so close to hitting their 1,000 subscribers. Our Monday group, hashtag Monday Digs group, is a bunch of great guys that get together. We share ideas, and we work together for each other, and it's a lot of fun. If anybody wants to join it, my email is in the channel description, the about page. So here's where we're going to end up. We're going to have several guests pop in here in a little while. I'm going to go through in here, and I got a few funny items, a few stories to talk about, and a few things to talk about first. And then I kind of got a few things that I want to put up here as kind of weird items that I found that I haven't really, no explanation for what or why I have them, which is kind of cool. And then, like I said, I got two really special guests that are going to pop in here after a while. Two of my favorite people in the community, and I'm sure it's two of your all's favorite as well. Just don't know who it is just yet. Nancy put on a great stream for her hour. I felt very dated watching that, going through and knowing that when the answers popped up, I knew most of them, and I was hitting my button really quick. I'm like, did I waste that much brain space for pop culture in the 80s? I just couldn't believe how much useless knowledge was stuck in my head, and it's not much fun to have that much in there. I'm going to get this scroll down to the bottom. Also, and Mr. Tim, and I got to thank all my members that are in here right now. Don from Relic Reaper, Steve at Starry's Lost and Found, Tim at Alley Cat Treasures, or Don the Metal Detective, and Nathan Perez. And I think I'm missing one more, and I'll get it figured out here in just a second. But I want to thank those guys. I just released a video for you all today. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps. Hit me up with any questions. All right. Yes, Amethyst, this is the 24 hours of live streams. And I don't have my chart up next. So would one of you that has moderator rights in here, please go ahead and drop out who comes on next at 11 o'clock, because like I said earlier, I had a thing prepared. It was all prepared for next week, and it really shot me in the foot today when I realized I was on the wrong week. So, today in metal detecting, this community is so flippin' awesome. My phone went off several times today, with guys out there that were out digging. Group chats, things started popping up. Treasure hunting with Swifty. Not going to say what he found, but we had a nice chat chain going with him because he found an absolute epic find today. Absolutely, completely, and totally epic. Wait until you see it. Look for his channel to pop a video out. Treasure hunting with Swifty. It's on everybody's bucket list, and he pulled one out of the ground today, and it was sweet. Very sweet. I wanted to say that first of all. I know Metal Detecting with Randy pulled a very good button out, and I can't quite identify it for him. It's up on Facebook. He did post it on Facebook. Got it, Gene. I wasn't sure if he did or not, and I did not want to ruin it. Yeah, Nancy. Go ahead if Nancy's talking about the live streams. Yeah, hashtag the 24 hours of live streams for the schedule of shows. And then it wasn't an hour later. I got a text on Facebook from Orlando, the 717 detector. If he's in here tonight, I hope he's in here. And yeah, there he is right there. Orlando texted me as well and sent me some pictures. And dude was just glowing. He was so excited about what he pulled out of the ground today. And I know he's got a couple of videos that are coming up about that as well very soon. And I gotta say, Orlando, when you and Swifty sent out those texts today, I was so excited for you guys. I was wishing I was out digging, but instead I'm still in moving, for lack of a better term, moving hell, because we're still trying to get our appliances delivered and Lowe's can't get it right. So we're having all kinds of issues. I'm wasting my days. But you two guys had a blast out there metal detecting. And then we come in here tonight and get in here for these live streams. And then, and I see so many of the people in here that, that are constant supporters of the whole community. And it's just great. We got 57 up in the house right now, 55 likes, get it to 75. Get that to 75 likes, and we'll pop up that at least a $20 gift card. Those of you guys that are supposed to be that are in here that I know are going to be coming up as guests, probably right around 20 after, will be a great time. Lost Boys Recovery is in the house as well. I see some caps there going on. I wanted to show you guys a few things. It's always really cool when you show items that you absolutely know what they are. And they have, everybody looks at it and goes, oh, that's what this is. I got a couple things today that were really very confusing to me when I found them. Now, these are banging signals. And the first one is, and you're going to know exactly what it is, and you're going to realize it's made out of lead. But I can't think in my brain why they would have ever make this out of lead. This thing sounded so good on my detector. And it's a clamshell. Now, I dug this a few years back, and this thing is just heavy. You can't believe how heavy it is. But has anybody ever come across anything like this in lead? And it's a clamshell. It's probably, by the color of it, I'd say it's a little over 110, 115 years old. But why would you make a clamshell out of lead? Anybody got any answers for that? I wouldn't know. I have no idea. But it was one of those things that always really blew my brain away. Also, let's see. I'm sure you're going to know what this one is. It is pretty cool, and it's just one of those things that it does not, Lauren. It's solid. It's got a crack in the back of it, but it's got a connecting point on it. So this one here, I'm not sure what the metal composition is, but there's the end. And I'm just assuming that this is an old thread spool, but this thing is almost as heavy as the clam. If it's something else, let me know, because I found it in basically a campsite up on a hillside. And I always assumed that it was a spool. I found that the same day that I found my first Tim weight. Hey, that's great, Orlando. Almost at 500 subs. That's awesome, brother. Keep pushing. So those are two things that, not necessarily great finds, but they're definitely going to go in my case back here. And by the way, this is going to be my display case. I'm going to start sticking stuff in here. I've got a few items in there right now. We were talking about the shuttle crash earlier. I've got a National Geographic from that shuttle crash. Also, that's kind of funny that came up today when we were talking 80s. Now here's another one. This is a copper item, and it's got such an excellent patina. I don't know if the camera will show how good the patina is, but it's got a square hole on each end. It's hollow on one end, and it is the deepest green copper I think I've ever seen. And I never could figure out what it was, but it's one of my favorite looking relics that I have. Anybody got any clues? That's probably true, Rock. Clamshell is more likely either a cast or a souvenir or a straight up burn of something to mold and sell. Yeah, Don, that's what I thought it was. I always assumed, I thought this was a spool because where the notches were in it. But this is, it's not, the middle is not the same size. It's tapered from the bottom up. So it gets a little thinner going up towards the top. Unless it mounted on something with a big square. I don't know. It had to have something that it set on. I'm not really sure. I was really trying to figure it out. And I thought today would be a good opportunity to bring some of this stuff out. Yeah, Lauren, most people in the industry call it junk generally. I mean, I do find it, I just dig a lot of signals. I'm not very much of a cherry picker. I dig a lot of tones. So I end up getting some weird stuff. One of my other favorite things to dig, that's a good guess, Brian, part of a candlestick. Yeah, I mean, that could be, it could have had like a square bolt inside of it to mount it down and set like this. Or it could have been a cap for a candlestick. That's not a bad idea. I always have had an affinity. I definitely do a lot of repurposing and showing it. A lot of the stuff that I repurpose is in my office at work, but I like iron relics, and this is one of my favorites. This comes from one of our better dig sites that we go to. One of them that we absolutely love the most. And I got this one, and this one is such a great paperweight in my house. And it cleaned up really nicely. But I love iron relics and digging them. Definitely heavy ones. All right. So, and then I got another one. So to match the first one that came through, there's the first one again. And then to match this one, I got another one that's almost the exact same item, but only doesn't have a square hole in it, but it has the same patina. And this one is round. And it's tapered in the middle. So it kind of goes from, my right side to the left. It kind of tapers out. It's really fun digging something that's got that much age on it and it's got the patina to it. And then you can't figure it out what it is. And you search and you search and you search. Tim, I know there was some information on it. I don't have my glasses, but they're in the center here. I know that there's something on there. There's a logo or something. I just can't see it. It doesn't show up very well on the camera. Yeah, I'm with you, Lauren. That's a great guess. Oh yeah, like a peephole for a door. I mean, that could be it too. If the piece of glass came out of it. Also, it's really cool seeing a bunch of new names in here. If you're not, make sure that when you go through these channels tonight, you hit the subscribe, like the video, leave comments. It's really awesome to see. We've got 60 likes, 15 more, and we will hit the giveaway for a gift card. And we've still got 43 minutes left to go. Oh, goodness. I'm also a collector of some buckles. I like different suspender style buckles because it seems like we find a lot of those in this area. So I'm going to run through a few different suspender clips that we have found. A lot of them came from one particular site that was an 1800s church lot that totally got trashed. That was the day Nick found a bunch of them with me. All right. And this is another one. A lot of times I don't clean these up a whole lot. I kind of leave them the way that they are because they're so ornate and pretty. Most of these are around 1870 to 1900. And what's funny is that I was just unpacking. I'm still unpacking the stuff for my studio. And yeah, so these are things I've just been coming across. This one I didn't think was as old. It's just a regular little buckle, but it had such the green patina to it that I liked it, and everything was intact on it. It was a little bent, like a little belt buckle, or I don't know, whatever. But I always liked this one really well just because of the coloration on it. It's one of my favorites. Pretty good shape, except for that it kind of got smashed. Hey, Paul from American Woodland Relics is off to bed. 6 a.m. comes very early. Everybody, make sure you thank Paul for putting this together this year. Paul, we love you, man. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for letting me have an hour tonight. And then, when buckles are completely intact, this is one of my favorites as well. Thank you, Marlon. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping in. And this is one of my favorites. This is a little baby one. But this one's completely together. Everything's there. Nothing is ever really, beat up on it. And it is, very green. It's in really good shape, though. It's another one of my favorites that I truly love. And I'm working on some new display cases for this stuff. Oh, yeah, speaking of which. So I haven't got anything in them yet because I just moved in. But my wife was spending money on Amazon as per the norm. I don't think she's watching, so I don't have to worry about getting caught saying it. But, so she decided to get me something for display down here. And she went ahead and she got me these little coin cases. So here they are. They're square, and then they sit in a little holder like so. And you pop them open, and when you stick a coin in the middle, they completely stick. I've got quite a few of these. I'm not sure how many of them I'm going to use, but I really like them, and I think I'm going to start using these in giveaways coming up really soon. And before I get to my guest, who I see is sitting down there waiting patiently, I've got a couple quick announcements. So, for everybody in the community that helped, we've hit 1,500 subscribers in here. I can't imagine this last year being any better than it was. 1,500 subscribers, almost 8,000 hours of watch time. You guys spoiled me rotten. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys are all great for helping me get there. It is so fun to come in here every week and try to share channels and help people out and try to put on a halfway decent live stream every week. And you guys for coming in here. I'm completely blessed and I love you all for it. But yeah, that was so awesome that when I seen that number come up. And so next Thursday during the Thirsty Thursday night, we're going to have something, and it's probably going to be a gift card. 67 likes, 7 more, and we've still got just under 40 minutes. So at the 55 minute of the night, we will pick it. It's either going to be a $20 or a $25 gift card. But thank you guys for the 67 likes. Coming up here in just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and hit with one of my guests that I got coming up today. The gentleman that is sitting down patiently in the lobby. Not only one of the staples in the magnet fishing community, but has become a very good friend. I look at him. I mean, I say everybody's my brother, but I really feel like he's. I think we're almost cut from the same mold. The only difference is the dude can eat way too much food at any given time. He can pound some food, but got to spend some time with him last year. That's the great thing about this community. You've got people that you go out and hang out with, and then next thing you know, the next year rolls around and you're making plans. So now I've got a trip planned to hang out, but we're gonna do. Well, I'll let him talk about it here in just a sec. But we're gonna go up. I'm gonna spend a weekend with them in July for sure. Probably another one besides that, but. We got another guy here that's, if you happen to want to watch a magnet fishing channel of well put together videos, could use some help on some watch time. And, that's another one of everybody's goals. I try to be very aware of everybody's goals, and this one is watch time. Definitely a lot of people go up over there. But without further ado, I'm going to grab my brother and Mr. Tanner from the Michigan Magnet Man.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. And I look at that. Bend over and let everybody see that styling ball cap. Look at that. Yeah.
Love
it. It fits your head, bro.
I know, and I got a big head too.
And I'm gonna, really fast. We got a really different crowd in here tonight. A lot of people that I know, but I don't know as well as the guys that are in each and every week. But what are we doing in July? Tell everybody what that cause is about, and let's see if we can drum up a little support for it tonight.
Okay, guys, so it is about time for the second annual Get the Motor City Magnet Fishing event. So last year, Jason from the Motor City Magnet Fishers and his wife had hosted this event in Ecorse, Michigan, and we were able to raise enough money to donate 20 magnet fishing kits out to local children in the area. With that, we had PBS come out and film, and it was a hit. Everyone loved it, but we didn't quite have enough magnets to hand out to every single kid. We had to limit it to one per family. So we are starting our fundraising currently. I've got a GoFundMe link that Scuba Sony is going to post for me. We are trying to raise enough money to get roughly 30 kits. Last year, we were able to donate 20 magnet fishing kits out. Now, the cool part this year is for every donation that is made, you will have your name entered into a raffle for a 1,200-pound magnet box from Rogue Magnetics. And that's going to come with your rope, your magnet, and a case for it, which is going to be awesome. This year, it's also going to... Oh, go ahead, Shane.
Oh, go ahead. I was waiting. I'll wait.
This year, we're also going to be doing a lot more than last year. Last year was kind of just everyone getting together and magnet fishing and having a good time. This year, we're also going to have some activities. A lot of the kids were getting pretty tired out and bored by the end of the day, and their parents were still enjoying it. So this year we will be doing face painting as well for the kids. We're going to have a food truck there, so make sure you guys bring some cash for food. PBS will be back there to film with us. And another thing we're really excited about, we've paired up with the local fire department and the police department, and they will all be in attendance to come and interact with the children and kind of get them interested in the career fields there. I think it's going to be really, really good.
No, and now if I'm not mistaken, well, this is an inner city event for the most part, right? Getting kids out with police officers, not to know that them guys aren't to be afraid of and to work with them. That's kind of a good thing for the future. where's the goals at last year? How many magnets did they give out last year, and what are we trying to do this year? So kind of let us know what we made it to and where we're going.
So last year we raised just under $1,000, and we were able to donate, I believe it was 25 magnet fishing kits out to everyone. This year our goal is $3,000, so we can provide way more kits. We had a ton of kids show up last year. I'm talking like 50 or 60 children were there to participate. And so we're trying to hit that $3,000 goal this year. That's going to be the big thing. We are also working with the E-Course Creek Cleanup, and they're going to be hosting a 50-50 raffle as well. So there's another opportunity to win some cash. And all of the donations there will go to the E-Course Creek Cleanup as well.
All right. And for that being said, what weekend is that, and where exactly are we going?
It is going to be on July 16th is the main event. It's going to be at John D. Dingle Park in E-Course, Michigan, and we'll be kicking off the event at 9 a.m. The following day, that Sunday, is going to be more of a everyone get together that wants to fish. And me and Jason and Sonia, we all have a few different spots around the city that we'd be interested in taking people where we've had some luck in Detroit.
Yeah. I mean, in Detroit, you don't know what you're going to pull out of the water there, because if you go back to the 80s, that's probably one of the most crime-ridden cities out there, and it was heavily polluted. So next to like Gary, Indiana, or some places like that, that's some pretty rough. There's probably a lot of stuff being dumped. It's probably wear you out, because I know going out magnet fishing, I pull out a ton of weight. I'm wore out by the end of the day.
We filled an entire construction dumpster up at the last event we held. Like, I couldn't believe that much trash was picked up and cleaned up in the area.
Has anybody, I think about that, and you think about the environmental help that you're giving to the water. Has anybody actually tested that water, going in, and how much metal and materials, how uninhabitable have the, I can't even say the word, inhabitable for the wildlife is that water, and does, I know it obviously helps, but is there, has anybody actually kind of gauged it just to see how much you're helping the environment?
So the waterways where we normally fish at in the area are some of the most polluted waters in the entire United States. You will find fish out there. I've got friends that run boating charters out there to go fishing. So there is that. There are fish. I wouldn't eat them. No one recommends eating them. It's one of the most polluted areas in the whole United States.
Yeah, I can only imagine, because everybody's a little bit more eco-conscious these days, but back in the day, you've seen stuff. I just can remember just this river I live next to is still considered one of the most polluted, probably closer to Pittsburgh and around the Steel City and stuff like that. But just playing around under the bridge next to my house, all it is it's construction junk. Hey, I dropped an I-beam. Hey, we dropped 300 foot of cable. Mind you, it's not very easy to pull out because it's an alloy and it doesn't stick to the magnet that great. But, there's just so much stuff in there, and you keep pulling more and more out. I go back to the same spot, and it's the same stuff over and over again. How much stuff can possibly been dumped into the water? So, man, with that being said, the magnet fishing community is a little bit different. But, it's just like going out there catching a big 100-pound catfish. You don't know what you got until you pull it out of the water. And the bigger it is, the more excited you get. So, definitely going to throw in some donations for that. I'll probably start a little bit of a fundraiser in here to get close to try to drum it up to make sure we get to that goal. Be sure that you or Jason make sure that you make it back later in the spring to actually sit down for a good hour in here, and then we'll do some heavy promotion for it then. Man, you've been busy lately. I know that you went all over the country. You did some traveling to film all your videos this year. How much footage do you still have?
I probably got another, 10 episodes I'm down to. I haven't really been going out much because the water's been frozen in Michigan for the most part. So I've been filming them more like the bottle digging and stuff over in Jersey. I had so much footage going into it. I had literally 2 months ago, I had 25 episodes I still needed to edit. And it's just been crazy kind of getting out and filming everywhere. I'm heading out to Dead Horse Bay tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some luck out there.
Dude, that place is absolutely, you could sit out there with with the dumpster for weeks on end and not touch it.
Oh, years and years.
and that just goes to show you how bad it can actually be. But you know what, just mudlarking out in there and that stuff and seeing what you can pull out. You watch all the metal detecting in the New York, NYC, and all them go out there and they pull out stuff out of there all the time. They find precious metals, gold, silver. And there's always something to be had out there. And it's just, it's definitely a spot that could really use some cleanup, some trash bags, and about 1,000 people for about a month.
Easily.
So you're going to Dead Horse Bay tomorrow, man. That's really nuts. Mention your TikTok and how well it's doing, and mention where you're at with your YouTube channel.
So I recently, probably about a month now, I had heard that starting a new TikTok channel, my previous TikTok channel was dead. It wasn't getting any views, and I was suggested that I started a new one, and I did that. In the past month, I am now at 91,000 followers and a little over 40 million views. So that's kind of been picking up out of nowhere, which has just been crazy.
The TikTok's really a really finicky animal, but when I turn on TikTok, I always see Jason, Motor City Magnet Fisher. He's always the first one. And another one that I see almost instantaneously is Venture to Low. Those two guys, they always hit me on TikTok. Whenever I turn it on, they're always there. What I've been doing for TikTok, what you kind of do. I've been stockpiling, releases, and I'll just dump them all, that one right after the other coming up here in the spring.
That's the way to do it.
Dude, like I said, so I've already got the days approved for that weekend in July. Definitely going to be coming up. When else are we going to try to hang this year? Because I got to know.
Let's go. I'm down for whenever. I need another trip down to Indiana.
Yeah. So from your experience at our casino, how did you like the stay? How did you like the property? How did you feel about all that?
The casino was absolutely beautiful. They're absolutely great at taking my money. The food was awesome. They have a really nice steakhouse there. We went and had a really nice meal that night. The room was amazing. Had our own jacuzzi tub in it, and it was really relaxing. It was one of the best weekends we had.
That's good. I was glad I could contribute to you guys having a really good time. I wanted to make sure that you got to enjoy yourself and actually feel like you got a little bit of a mini vacation coming and hanging out. So that was really good. I would offer that up for, other people as well. They just got to ask. So, if somebody wants to hit me up and come down and hang out for a weekend sometime, I could probably hook you up. Tanner can attest that it's a pretty good time. Even if you don't find a lot, it's still a good time to hang out.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
So, what do you think about the? Oh, by the way, we have qualified for the first giveaway. So at 10:55 tonight, there will be at least a $20 gift card up there. If we keep rolling it up, if we can get it to 100 likes in here, I will smash it up to at least 25, maybe even 30. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate you, dearie. Yeah, I felt really bad about dogging her out about her video the other day, but just to have an inside joke and a laugh at her expense, and I didn't say it to nobody else but you, but it was pretty funny. Her reaction was priceless, and I thought it was great.
It cracks me up.
Did you get beat over it?
Not really. We thought it was funny.
Oh, no. I know better than that. I don't want to get my butt whipped by Sonia. That would be no fun at all.
Oh, she finds more knives than anyone I know. I wouldn't mess with her.
That's the one thing I noticed. Every time she finds a knife, when she's out there magnet fishing and it pops up, her eyes just light up. It's like sparkles, stars. And, she's just and I'm like, man, I don't want to be nowhere near that girl.
Every time we go out, I feel like she pulls up at least one or two.
Viento Samurai says, which one is going to Dead Horse Bay?
That would be me.
Both of them, right?
Yeah. Me and Scuba Sonia will be heading out that way.
Yeah, they're both going out there to go out there and mudlark and spend a day. Probably need a good shower afterwards, I'd assume. Hey, Steeler Stacker, let me talk about this guy for just a second. Steeler Stacker helped a giveaway for Miss Dawn, the metal detective, to raise money for her son. Put a lot of personal effort into running a stream to help her raise money. He's in the silver stacking community, of course, because that's where the stacking is in his name. but this guy is absolutely one of the great guys in the community, trying to intermingle these communities together, keep everybody kind of bouncing back and forth. But he's a straight up good dude. Thank you for the $9.99. I truly appreciate that. It all goes to the channel and it helps me out a bunch.
It's good stuff.
Definitely one of them other cool guys. Oh yeah. Thank you, Miss Sonia. You know what? I will never divulge your secrets because I love you, sister. I will keep your secrets till the end of time. Yeah, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hey, we got a lot of channels that are going tonight. Everybody make sure that you stay up as long as you can tonight and go into the wee hours of the morning and then come in early tomorrow and support all the guys that are in here. I felt like I was really put in a really good spot just to be in here at the 10 o'clock hour. I felt really bad. Who I felt bad for tonight was the Magnetic Squash, because his normal stream is at this time, and he has got Benny from Kratos Magnetics on over there, which happens to be, hold on a second. Let me scroll through here a little bit, which happens to be one of my channel sponsors. So Ben from Kratos is on over there. He got cut out a little bit, but everybody, if you've got an opportunity, click on the replay over there, leave a comment, tell everybody that, you felt bad for us, taking over his spot tonight. But he was basically going to send his whole crew over here to watch this. And I told him, said, man, just stick with your stuff tonight. Do your thing. I'll send people back over when they get time. But thank you, Squatchy. I feel bad for you. Keep the Kratos Magnetic sign up there, because I love that Titan 3800. I've been having a blast with it. The second I got a stainless steel carabiner on it and it wasn't sticking to my magnet, it just come to life. I felt like I could tell you the shape of the bottom of the river, and I could tell you where everything was. It was just, I felt like I knew it. So
I finally got the chance to throw one of those this past weekend with Jason, and that thing was crazy.
It's pretty solid. I really like it. You know what? When you're buying a magnet, you might as well go big or go home. Kratos Magnetics, Ohr 12 get you a nice discount, and I would appreciate that. But yeah, dude, I really we'll have to figure it out and find a way to spend at least a day or a weekend in between somewhere. I'd like to come up and go do some magnet fishing up near your way at some point. I do have a trip planned in April and May, but I know that my wife would let me sneak out of here on a weekend, and I haven't used any vacation this year. So I got to come up and see you guys, or maybe go east, however you guys want to do it. Definitely love to go hang out again. And Gary, it says it's snowing there again. Man, dude, you're getting ready to move, so that's really cool. You won't have to worry about snow where you're moving to. So Gary's metal detecting is going to be moving to, I believe, South Carolina. So he will be in a good spot, and he won't have to see snow much anymore. Everybody that's in here from the Monday Digs crew, Sonia joined us last weekend, come in and hung out with us on the Monday Digs group. We went from 7:30 till about whatever time Swampy's live ended that night. So we went almost 3 full hours at least, if not more. Lots of different videos, lots of different creators on there. Everybody showing love for one another. It was definitely a lot of fun. If you want to come in on Monday night, don't miss Nancy's live stream, but open another tab and kind of see where we're going with the Monday Digs. It's the same concept as what we do here. We just go from stream to stream to stream, but it's from video to video to video. And everybody puts out some great content. Gene from We Dig It, B. Higgles, Gary's Metal Detecting, Practical Ken. The list is just continually growing. The blind detector is Shane Kubod. See It My Way 1, metal detecting with Randy. Scuba Sonia joined in. We've got a lot of really great creators in there. Hey, we're coming up we're at the 20-minute mark before the top of the hour, about 15 more minutes, and we will be doing the giveaway. I see 80 thumbs up right now. I know that the crowd is dying down a little bit, but if anybody hasn't hit that like yet, please do. And we get it up just a few more, we will bang it out for a bigger gift card. All you have to do is be present, chat, and have left a comment in this chat sometime during the stream tonight. I would suggest doing another one, and be present after I draw it. I've got 77 entries currently. So that tells me that we're about on it. So let me get back to my other channel, my other page here. There we go. Man, so what else does Tanner have going on? Are you done with school?
So I actually am still working on school. I actually changed my major up last semester, and I'm now in film school at Michigan State University. So I'm going to, like, currently I'm in a bunch of editing classes and film classes to set up all the lighting and work with all the cameras and learn all the manual settings on everything. And I like doing the whole YouTube thing so much that I decided that that's what I want my career to be. So,
Well, now correct me if I'm wrong, but you did the marketing and stuff like that, the media marketing stuff beforehand. Now you're doing the filmmaking. Man, yeah, you might as well just be a full-time director.
so they kind of go hand in hand. I originally was a sociology major, and I was learning a lot about the market research side of things, and it really just wasn't what I liked. And I decided I was switching over to filmmaking, and I actually just accepted a job this past week at the Quello Center at Michigan State as their social media manager. So I'm actually getting to do what I want to do is a career a little bit earlier before I even get my degree, which I'm really excited for.
Wow, dude, that's the thing, man. You come in here for this kind of stuff, and just learning on your own with no real experience, you learn how to create, a set. You've got lighting set up. Mine's horrible in this basement. I'm not done fixing it yet, but it's pretty close. I still got a dark spot back in the corner here. We've got that going, and then you got to learn how to record. I've got multiple cameras. It seems like the more I get into it, the more in depth and the more different stuff, because changing angles and using different cameras and different ways of recording is a big part of what makes some YouTubers very successful. And I study that stuff because I'm just completely enthralled by watching other people do things and seeing how they get better at it. Once I learn it, I get kind of passive. Once I learn it, like, oh, now I got it. Now I just go back to being lazy. But I always desire to get better at things, man. The one thing that we always talked about with your stuff is that other than using the drone for some aerial footage, you've done everything on your phone the whole time, correct?
Yeah, from the start till now, even like I do all of my editing on my phone, and that's kind of been a big switch up for me with school, because I used to use a program called InShot on my phone, and I mastered that. I figured out how to use the interface really well, and now I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro, and there's just so many bells and whistles to it that I have to learn.
So you're using Adobe Premiere Pro for your class up there?
Yeah.
Somebody in our Monday Digs group owns that program, and that's big time right there.
It's a good program.
Yeah, I use what's called Movavi Video Suite 22. I use it because it's simple. There's not a lot of complexity to it, and when I was picking out a program, I wanted video editing for dummies. I picked up that book, and whatever it told me to do, I did, because I did not want complications. Pretty easy program, but there is a lot of them out there. That Adobe seems like it's pretty good though.
It's good. There's just so many. They don't like label everything, so it's all just pictures. So if you don't know what that picture means right off the top of your head, it's like, all right, I'm searching for 10, 15 minutes to try to find a setting that I need. But I'm getting the hang of it. It's slowly but surely.
Oh, that's really cool. And when do you? So what do you? Is it just going to be for YouTube, or are you going to try to do other projects as well?
So pretty much I'm doing the school thing because in the long run, I want to work for a company running their social media. That's what I enjoy doing for myself. So I figured that I might as well take that enjoyment and put it into my work. So eventually I'm pretty much using the current job that I've got at the Quello Center as a social media manager to build up my portfolio a little bit and get a little bit of actual content that I've created for a company that I can use on a resume in the future.
Dude, that's completely awesome. And, and continuing in here is going to be a blast as well. We're scrolling in here on it, and I don't think we're going to make 100 in here tonight, but make sure that everybody goes over to Jersey Ray Diggs next. She's at 11 o'clock tonight. Make sure that everybody stops in there and smashes that button for her. Thank you for whoever hit number 81. And you know what? Let's try to keep it going until we all fall asleep tonight. Last year, if you were in here last year on the 24 hours of live streams, I was a participant. I didn't get a chance to provide a live stream, but I was hanging out in all of them, and anybody that would let me come up on screen, I would jump in for. And by 3 in the morning, I was completely smashed. I drank almost a fifth of vodka. I passed out on Mayor Video's live stream. JP from JP Lawns and More. The last thing I remember hearing him say was, "I think he passed out." And then I instantly turned off the computer, and I was so embarrassed at that point in time. I was like, "Well, you know what? I better make sure I get a spot next year so that I don't make a fool out of myself again." But that was how we ended last year, and it was pretty funny. If you go back to last year's Mayor Videos episode, there's a section in there where the camera goes like off to a race, and they're racing, and they come back, and I'm sitting here like this, and I'm just completely out of it.
That's why I don't drink when I come on your lives anymore. I used to be bad.
So listen, if I would have been smart and kept the recorder going after the stream was over, when we were all sitting in the lobby after I stopped the stream, I had blackmail on Tanner. I had blackmail on Tanner for a lifetime. You know what? Technically, I still got it because I don't ever forget. And I could just burn him up to no end. And you know what? He probably knows it, but it'll never come out. I don't remember who else was in there with us, but man,
I don't either.
He was pretty drunk, and the words coming out of his mouth were a little off kilter that night. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I got everything set up for here in just a little bit. Hey, we're up to a total of 78 entries. Hey, if you're in the chat and you have not commented in a little while, drop a quick comment, hit a number, a letter, whatever, just to make sure that you're registered for the giveaway. I do have 78 in there right now. Just kind of blanging out. Hey, Mr. Ed, thank you, sir, from Flash in Your Pan. Great show Tuesday night, having Sean, the Brockton Magnet Fisher, on there. That was really cool. He definitely enjoyed it, and I enjoyed watching. I was trying to get you to say things to him in your chat, but nobody was ever really listening to me. I was trying to bust him out. You want to talk about another guy that's pretty solid? Sean does a lot of good. He wants to help everybody, and I appreciate him. I know he's not able to be in here tonight because he has home duties on the weekend while his wife works. But dude, that's really cool, Rock. 83 of them. 83 of y'all smash that like button. Make sure you do the same when you go over to Jersey Ray Diggs next. And we're going to close it out here in just a little while. 7 more minutes. We're going to draw this up, and then we're going to have a little bit of fun. Tell me some of your more recent finds that haven't come out on video yet that you're kind of excited about.
So I was doing some magnet fishing with Scuba Sonia in Lansing, over in Michigan, and probably like 25 minutes in, we really weren't catching much. And I pulled up a 1913 porcelain license plate from the state of Michigan.
Dude,
I was so excited. Like, I can't even explain how excited I was. I got goosebumps right now. We were about to leave, probably like 5 minutes before we're leaving. Sonia throws her magnet in, and she pulls in another one. Except this one was a manufacturer plate, which is worth way more. Same year.
That's, I mean, what do those go for in like the auction shops or the antique shops?
We got an offer for both of them, and I believe the offer was $650 for them too. I'll never sell them.
No, man, stuff like that. There's some things you hold on to forever. I got, the stuff that I keep. I've got different boxes. Like, you go buy the big Tupperware boxes, the crates, and I got, a couple 10, 15 gallon ones that's full of stuff that I just haven't cleaned up or whatever. So I always stockpile that stuff. The whole gun thing, and I see everybody loves the call in the police, and they like to use that for their thumbnails to get extra views on that. I mean, I know that's kind of how the magnet fishing industry goes. It's kind of clickbaity. What are some other things that after being in it for a couple of years now, what's something else you're still looking for that you ain't found?
I want more signs. I don't have any porcelain signs at all. That's kind of on the list. Those are high value items that are out there. I know Jason from the Motor City Magnet Fishers, he found a really nice one, and it was valued at 600, and he needed money to buy new magnets, so he ended up selling it for 300. Then literally the same week, he had offers on it. I don't know. I'm more starting to get towards the metal detecting side of things. I really enjoyed that after I kind of went and saw you, and I need to make a list of the coins I need to find.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but that's the thing, man. Variety is kind of like the spice of life, right? And you get to go out. You can throw a magnet one day off a bridge, and then you can go metal detect on the beach later that day if you get tired of hauling. Because I'm going to tell you what, magnet fishing wears you out. You be telling something else. Ed from Flashing Your Pandas here, sitting there panning for gold all day will wear you out. Those are very physical hobbies, so you've got to be ready for that. But metal detecting, it's just how heavy your bag gets before you empty it, right? I mean, it's you're carrying the same weight all day long. You may walk a little bit more, but it's definitely not as physically demanding as the other two. I'm going to tell you, I was flat whooped that day. My scrap guy, I had to. You saw my vehicle. I got the Sorrento, and I had that thing lined in the back seat. I had it full. I had it with both seat levels down to the front. I had the back completely full, and I had to go back for a second trip to get everything up here to my house, to my garage. It was that much work. I was so tired. I slept like 11 hours that night before I went to work the next day. And I was like, there was a minute there that I thought, man, why in the hell am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through that? But every time something come out of the water, something cool, you're like, oh yeah, man, that's just great.
You just can't stop. I was fishing a couple weekends ago, and I messed up my rotator cuff, and 2 weeks later I was still out there throwing, just not using that arm as much.
Yeah, and that's what. Look at Ed. He's like, what did he say right there? I need to get I really need to get my magnet wet. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was sitting there thinking about that. When you're dragging, when you're panning through them creeks, Ed, couldn't you use the magnet to find that black sand that's got the iron content in it? Could that help you in your panning a little bit? I don't know. I was just kind of thought that maybe that the two could go kind of hand in hand. You could kind of drag your magnet through the water while you're playing. I don't know. I just got to think that there's got to be more use for that. Well, coming up, I'm going to get this drawing ready to rock here. We got 83 likes for my hour. I appreciate every last one of them. Let me see and I've only got 78 entries. So if you would like an opportunity to make sure you get to win an Amazon gift card for $20 today, make sure you leave comments in here. So everybody just put in a 1 just so that I know that I got a comment from you, just in case you think that you're in and you're not. So everybody drop a 1 in here for the next minute or so, and let's get this thing built up, see if we can get a few more entries in there of people that missed.
Thank you.
Smash them out.
Hit that like button, everybody.
Yeah, hit the like, smash the button, and that's awesome. I appreciate it. Hopefully we will go over and get Rachel even more. Heck
yeah. It's been a fun night so far.
Dude, I've had a blast. I like the trivia thing. I felt very old because, that's my generation right there. I mean, some of it I was a little young, but I remember all of it. It made me sad.
We got low-key Rick rolled during that too. I don't know if anyone remembers getting Rick rolled is, but we did.
All right. Well, somebody hadn't commented. We're up to 79 entries. 79 entries. All right. We got one more, just under a minute here, and we're going to draw it.
Good luck, everybody.
What's that?
I was just saying good luck, everybody.
Yeah, man. Gen X total in the house. But you know what? I was sad because every time she pop up one of them questions and I knew the answer right away, I felt like I was one of the first ones hitting the button. And then I wasted brain space. I feel like I could have, in the 80s, I could have sunk algebra in my head a little bit better, or, maybe some more science, and I could have, done something with myself. But no, I was, sitting around listening to Madonna and, stuff like that. At least I wasn't, dressing up like a girl dancing around in my house or nothing when I was a kid. I didn't go that far.
You're lying. You did. I've seen the photos, everybody.
Yeah. I still got the videos of somebody in this chat doing it. I mean, Let's get technical.
Not me.
I can post it at any point in time. All right, everybody. 79 entries into the drawing. I'm going to get ready to draw. Let me set my share screen up here really fast. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, the white snake was more my speed, though, Karen. I got to say, I like the hairband. Let's see. Share screen. Window. Where did it go? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, I seen something I didn't even notice before. I didn't even have my regular background in today.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, just off my game. All right, there we go. Make this a little bit bigger here. Oh, that didn't help a whole lot. Let's do this. All right, 24 hours of live streams, y'all. Thank you guys for being here. Once I draw this, all you have to do is acknowledge that you are still here in the chat. And by leaving another comment, you will send me an email. I will post the email address here right after that. Send me an email and you will have the gift card in your mail, in your email box by the end of the day. Definitely by in the morning. 79 entries. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for this hour. I truly appreciate you. Here we go. Good luck. Who's gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Viento Samurai. And I know he was here earlier. Let us drop this back out for just a second. All right, Viento. You are still here. Viento, I got a question for you. Where are you at? Where are you located? Because I got to make sure that Amazon works there. If not, we'll have to do something different. I thought maybe the name Viento was non-United States. Where you at, Viento? I am located in Brooklyn, New York City. All right, bro. That's perfect. Absolutely. So here is the email address going across. It'll go across the bottom of the screen right there. Please just drop me an email address from the email address you want the card sent to, and I will send it over after we close down here in just a few minutes. Viento Samurai. And thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you liked the content. I hope you liked the friendliness and how we played tonight. And come back and see us again some other time. Definitely would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh man, Tanner. Well,
always
dude,
a good time.
you guys, Tanner had a video premiere tonight. Everybody be sure to go over and check it out. And you know what? Hit one of his playlists for a little while. He just needs a few hours to get it over the hump.
So close.
So close. Just everybody go over and hit that. On now to Jersey Ray Diggs. There's the link right there. I'm not going to click on it right now, but Marlon's got it up there. Click over and go over to Jersey Ray, and let's see if we can get her to 100. We got to keep these things growing tonight. Everybody be sure to hit everybody else. Tanner, brother, much love. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope Dead Horse Bay is a blast tomorrow and you find some gold and silver and some good stuff. Footage for a lifetime. Thank you for coming up today and promoting the Detroit cleanup.
I appreciate you having me on, man. It's been a good time as always. If you guys haven't, like I said, check out the GoFundMe. Anyone that donates has an opportunity to win a 1,200-pound Rogue Magnetics Beast box. So it's a good opportunity.
All right. Viento, send me the email. Everybody should be at Jersey Ray right now. Closing it down. 3, 2, 1.